Hello and welcome back. This is Bruce, the Numbers Guru, uncut and unfiltered, as usual. Today is going to be a controversial topic, but it's one that is very important. Today we're going to be discussing why time management is actually a myth. There are so many courses and theories and all the rest of them about time management. I'm pretty sure there's a certificate or even a degree in it. I don't know, but what I'm saying is that it is a myth. But there is a disclaimer to that. It is only a myth if you do not know where you have spent your time. So let's take your money, your business account, and you spend some money and you know where you've spent it, and then at the end of the month you go and you want to make a budget, and you can, because you know exactly where you spent it and you can go and find it, and on this date you spent X number of whatever currency you're in, and you can make up your budget and find out what went wrong, what went right, and all that stuff that goes into budgeting and financial management and money management. However, with time, people's like, oh no, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I need to be better at time management. No, you need to be better at tracking your time. You can't manage your time if you don't know what you're doing with it. I've said this so many times, and I'll say it so many times again. You have to track your time. You can't not track it and then complain that you don't have any time. I have spent years in companies that everyone was so busy and, oh no, we can't do anything, and it's deadlines this and no. And the problem is, when you walk past the desk, they're on Facebook or they're on whatever. And it's very frustrating because they're running around at last minute and making mistakes and all the rest of it, but they were so busy doing what? Nothing. So I have had more than one person say to me, no, I'm so busy, I can't meet with you, or I can't do coffee today, I'm so busy. And then the next thing after hours or whenever I'm scrolling on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook very much anyway, and all I see is them on the beach or wherever they are at 1 to 12, 11 o'clock during the day, and they're taking photos of certainly not work. So, and then they say, oh no, I've got no time. And you do actually. So why is time management a myth? Well, if you don't know where you spend something, you don't know how to track it, or you don't know how to manage it. Yes, you could block off time and you could do this and you could do that, but if you don't record what you're doing, how would you ever know where your time is spent? And this leads into how you cannot charge what you're worth. And this is as a numbers guru, this is my central point, is that you have to charge what you're worth. You have to charge what your time is worth. But if you don't know where you're tracking your time, you can't charge for it. You think you're only doing 3 hours on one client, or you're designing something and it only took you 20 minutes. Meanwhile, you're designing something you thought it took 20 minutes, but it took 3 hours. Or you thought you spent 3 hours on it and you actually only spent 45. How do you charge something, a service, a product or whatever, and not, you just can't do it. So here's where time management isn't a myth, is when you've tracked your time. So how do you track your time? Well, I'll sort this out in another video. This is probably a little bit too long already, but just write it down. And don't get me started on, oh no, do it on an app and do it this and do it that. You don't have to. You can, but you really don't have to. I don't. I write in a book per client, per day, what I do, and it's what works for me. It might not work for you. It doesn't work for millions of people out there, but it works for me. I tried the many apps I have tried inside accounting systems and outside, ones that integrated or supposedly integrated but actually didn't. So it works for me, and that's how I track my time, and that's how I know how much time it takes to do a tax return, how long it takes to do a payroll recon, how long it takes to do a set of financials, etc., and how long it takes to coach someone on how to do it, and how long it takes to get certain information. We're not going to go down that road. There's another video on that. So, time management is a myth. If you don't know where you spend your time. This is Bruce, Numbers Guru, uncut, unfiltered, with the mandatory please like and subscribe. Till next time, cheers.